observing one of the most competitive cars here. You know, you all may say that the Proton maybe is the best, but there is a competitor. You know what it is? The open one is for cooling down the radiator, and the closed one is for good aerodynamic running. The seats are semi-leather and semi-digital instrumental cluster.
Hi Eddie.
Yeah, hi.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So right now we're going for a test drive in the new Iriz.
So today, this is the time I will test drive the Iriz.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this reverse camera is.
Because there's a trade plate back there blocking the view.
Oh, okay, fine. And how about the new Iriz? That the refresh model, they upgraded the continuously variable transmission.
Yep, that's true. They have upgraded they're using a CVT lah instead of a conventional automatic like previously.
Oh. But my lecturer is using the Iriz. So he said the new Iriz, he said for his look is not nice, the new look. He said the new Iriz, they're not using the old projector LED, halogen headlamps. For your opinion, what is about your about the refreshment about Proton? They doing this right or not?
For me, if you ask me personally, as technology evolve, so are we. We also need to be evolved according to the technology that we're currently in right now. So if you ask me that if Proton make a bad call changing from a projector to a halogen right now, I say that's the pros and cons lah. It's depending on from your opinion. Yeah, you can make a U-turn here, you can go up there. Better make a U-turn here. Yeah. So as I was saying, it's not a bad call, but there must be some sort of reason behind it. We just need to find out why.
Because my workshop customer say a projector headlamp, the halogen headlamp is not good as a reflector headlamp. So I think that's why they are using back the reflector headlamp.
That's pros and cons like that what I was saying lah.
Okay.
So depending.
And also the engine. Wow, it is smoother again, the VVT engine.
Yeah, for the old model, it's still using the same engine, but from my understanding that Proton have worked out the method of tying the engine to the car. So that's the reason why there is less vibration. They're using different type of mounting like than previously.
Also you are right, the CVT transmission is very smoother than the previous. And also, bro, I have one question about you.
Okay.
The V segment always say, hey, my V is the best lah. My V is the good one.
Yeah, heard that before. Okay.
Highway king, highway street king.
The king of the highway. Yeah.
For your opinion, what is just Iriz or my V?
For me, if you ask about handling wise, technologically, I would go for the Iriz because right now they're using the CVT, and as we know, CVT the gear change is seamless. You cannot even feel the gear change. It's like you're driving a one-speed car.
Actually, it is a belt-driven car.
Yeah,
they're using the two pulleys and it making the even not the same torque. It will be changing the torque at the real time.
Yeah, that's true. So like I was saying, the reason why right now Proton moved to CVT instead of conventional automatic is because of the energy efficient.
Yeah.
CVT is much more efficient compared to other types of transmission. That's why right now even other brand cars, I cannot mention name here, I cannot say the H word, I cannot say the T word. Most of the manufacturer right now has moved to CVT. If not DCT, dual clutch transmission.
Yeah, the Proton also using the dual clutch transmission.
Yeah, for the XM
but my opinion lah, for the CVT is better used in the smaller engine like 1.3, 1.5. If turbocharged engine, just go to the DCT because it's smaller engine using DCT like the company H.
So அதனால தான் போல அந்த DSG CVT வந்துட்டு எந்த இன்ஜின் கரெக்டாக சூட்டபிளாக இருக்கோ அந்த இன்ஜினை நம்ம கூட்டிக்கலாம்.
I feel like the
okay. அதுதான்
It is like a, they said my way is highway of king. I say this is the street of king.
Right, yeah, this is the king of the streets and maybe is the king of the highway. Yeah, but as I was saying lah, it's totally up to you guys. Like there's a lot of competitors in this segment. In the hatchback segment, there's a lot of competitors. If you going for the upmarket, you can go for maybe a Mini Cooper, cars like that. You know, like Magan RS maybe. So there's a lot of competitors in this segment. So if a customer comes to me that's looking for a hatchback, I would ask the customer, what's your preference on the car? Normally I would ask that.
Back of the guy is sleeping now. Very nicely sleeping.
Yeah.
So how about seat, the comfort seat?
I think you should better ask him because he's already asleep. So I think that is the answer to that question lah. The car is very, even though it's a hatchback, it's quite spacious inside here. The riding comfortability is everything is okay. It's on par.
Yeah, but in my way, for my opinion, the quite okay lah. The space is quite okay. But for driver, I've been driving the my way. It's like moving. Actually, the gear changes like a 4-speed, so it likes to move fast. But in this vehicle, it is like a very smooth.
Yeah,
it is going fast, but it's very good because the Proton ride and handling.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Proton is infamous for the ride and handling. They got this technology, they got this idea all the way back from the 90s when they joint venture with Lotus. As we know, Lotus is a car manufacturer that focus on handling of their cars. So Proton learned a lot from that, from the joint venture. Proton learned a lot from that, and they implement the technology in their cars lah. Most of their cars, not for the X series lah, the X50 and X70, they don't have the Proton ride and handling. But for this type of car, yes, Proton does inject their DNA inside the platform.
Yeah, because Proton already know the Lotus is under Proton. It's 100% they buy already, but now the Geely is
Already bought it over, yeah.
but it's still okay lah because the Geely combination with the Proton, I think Proton is moving forward than the previous. I not say previous also okay. Now I'm using about 80 km/h. Like it's very smooth. If I driving the Jazz, I feel like a whining noise. Actually, the Honda drivers will be no. They said, hey, don't ask about wind noise. It is depend on the driver. My driving speed, I like speed, but I like more comfortable driving. But it is good because the Jazz, as you know, driving the Jazz, new Jazz, it feels like a very whining noise that this Iriz. And I wrong about my cover video. I do that. I using the top 6 affordable B segment vehicle. I wrong about that. I put the Iriz in 6 top 6. So the last one we regret why I put the 6th place because it is not the last place. It is become a 3rd or 2nd. Even can do the 1st because it is very good than the Jazz and other B segment market vehicle.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, Proton is infamous for the ride and handling. But okay, for most of cars manufacturer out there, when they want to do something make the car handle much better, they will mess with the suspension, they will mess with the tire and call it done. For Proton, when they say they inject the ride and handling, Proton ride and handling inside the car, meaning they would tune the chassis, they would tune the everything from A for the ground up basically.
Yeah.
Proton will take all this information into account and then they can implement improvement upon the car. But if you're talking about other dealers, they're gonna only mess with the suspension, mess with the tires and call it done there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think very good about the Proton improvement. The Proton is moving up. I have some cons about the Iriz because they have manually adjustable air conditioner, but the customer 100% they will say might be using the single zone, but the Proton will be hearing now in my video. They will be hearing, and also some of the minor problem Proton will be taking the cons and they will improving. They keep improving and hope Proton will be released new updated version.
But if you ask me personally, I prefer the large knob here because when you're driving, you tend not to look on the infotainment
yeah,
system.
yeah.
You will just feel and you already know what you're touching. So that's the idea behind this type of control knob.
Okay.
It's a large knob and everything. So right now everyone is moving to physical button or maybe touch sensitive button.
And
But
recent model also, some of the big manufacturer model also, they want to throw away about the touchscreen system.
Yes, yes.
They're improving some of the physical things.
because a lot of people now complain that new cars have too many buttons, so they cannot mess about when they're driving. They need to feel it. So yeah, that's why Proton stick with this type of dial inside the car.
And also, I think this Proton Iriz is Proton
Proton
Iriz.
Iriz.
All it is Proton. Okay, this Proton Iriz makes me feel comfortable. Better than the Proton Iriz. And Automobile Malaysia review subscribers, don't miss this opportunity with the Wheelcorp Setia Alam Proton 3S. They will give you better rate and discount for you.
Better deal. Yeah,
Better deal. For sure, they will give better rate and discount. I will put in chat about their Wheelcorp Setia Alam and also the link in description. Please go to Mr. HADI. He will be deal with you and he will be cover with you and taking his advice. He will be advise you what you want prefer, loan approving or cash, anything you can deal with Mr. HADI. Mr. HADI will be taking you.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, stay tuned for next video. Thank you guys.
Right.
Bye bye.
So don't forget to watch Nugas on the next episode. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. From Wheelcorp, we would like to thank Mr. Nuga for reviewing Proton cars and using our dealer as a location to shoot their videos.
Yes.
So thank you, Mr. Nuga. Thank you, Automobile Malaysia, for all your support. Alright?
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you. See you guys in the next
See
one.
you.